scared. Eric's towing me right now. I'm petrified. I am so scared. Oh my gosh. I've never done this before. I totally died. Gotta go.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the WT Farm World channel. Our first generation family farm built from scratch. Woo! Today, as you can see, it is very, very cold, which is bad because I really would like the warm weather, but it's good because we need the ground to be completely frozen for what we are about to do. We have been hauling in loads of manure from a local farm to put down on our hay fields, and we have to get it down before the fields finish thawing. Actually, you can see that they are starting to thaw just a little bit from the sun. The temperature is about 20 degrees, so it is bitter cold. Let's go. All right, so Eric's son didn't realize that we have a very tiny ditch on the side of the road, and he ran the dump truck off into it. So unfortunately it's full of wood, so we are going to pull it out. Now, before you guys watch this video, put your comments down below as to how you would get this dump truck out with a tractor. Even though it's really cold, it's like low teens. Look at the water out here. That's crazy. So his son was trying to go around the water and didn't see the ditch because it's covered in water. Yeah, I see why Ian thought he can't even see the ditch. That's why he fell in. It's a long strap. Yeah, and Eric put a charge on the new Holland to get her rolling. I don't want to get too far. Gosh, I don't know if this thing's gonna spin on me. All right, there we go. Woo! Keep going. Oh. Eric was freaking out for a while because he thought he was going to have the tractor and the truck stuck out here. And the way things were going, it was really looking like that.
No problem.
So which way were you going to pick to try to get this out?
I was going to pick the front up and slide it back on the trail.
Yeah, Eric over there, the TYM, he used it to load up the dump truck with a big load of sand from our sand pit. It's kind of like a sandy topsoil mix. Because they've been doing so much wood in the backwoods, that area right there, there's like a spring that runs from one side to the other. It's just been trashed, and so getting back there with a load of manure for 5 times is not going to be too fun for the dump truck. So he thought that he'd get some sand to fill it in and hopefully make it a little bit better base for the dump truck. Yeah, let's see how it drives. He said his coast is clear. Of course, I'm empty at the moment, but woo! Oh my gosh, that was a little rough.
Smooth that back out, then I'll get some wood chips and throw over top of that.
I was gonna say maybe put wood chips on top, and that'll help kind of buffer it a little bit. I don't know. It's gonna be hit or miss. I mean, we can always scrape the wood chips off later and turn it into cement, but
I need some more dirt, is what I need. I mean, if I had another load of sand, I could see how this stuff comes out of the water right here.
yeah.
It needs another load right here. Because this is pretty packy. It's got clay mixed in with it.
Yeah. Just me.
If we could have drained the water out of the hole first, it would have been a lot better.
All right, here's our first load. Here comes Eric. Looks like I might have lost him on the way here because I'm pretty sure it was higher mounted than that. Got the tail down, so we're gonna go through and dump this. This is composted manure with sawdust. Oh yeah.
Pretty light, isn't it?
What? I don't know.
Really fine sawdust.
Yeah. It's composted. That's why it's smoky. Is it dumping? There it goes. Yeah. Man. That's some good composted stuff. That's perfect. It's got the manure, it's got the urine on it, because the urine actually is what urea is made from. Did you know that?
I could maybe bucket with the...
I don't think the bucket will reach that far.
Huh?
So I don't think the bucket will reach that far, but I can shake it
Yeah, I
out.
could just... What kind of tractor do they have to load it?
Small John Deere.
Like that?
Yeah. Yep. About the same size as that. Grab. He loaded it pretty fast. I mean, it took maybe 10 minutes.
Yep. I think that's just sand up there from me.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Yep. That is sand. See, this is what our compost pile is supposed to look like. That's what I'm trying to do in the garden is get like a compost hay bales going. Because then it heats,
Are you getting any more today?
yeah, feel it. It's like a good 75, 80 degrees.
I think you should do snow angels in the pile.
Yeah, and then you gonna want me in the house?
The dogs would.
They would. Oh man, they're gonna know when you let them out. They're gonna be down here digging through this whole thing.
It doesn't really stink though.
No, it smells nice. It smells like real nice horse barn. You got like the sawdust smell mixed with the urine. I mean, it doesn't smell like overly ammonia-y.
Did you have to use 4-wheel drive at all? No.
Well, I mean, just in here because I couldn't back up for some reason. They said it can take as many as we want. I mean, literally, this area right here is as big as the manure pile was, and it was as tall as the hay carts. It was.
How do they get it stacked up so high?
You just drive, just like
Oh, they just ramp
Andre
it?
does. He just drives right up it and pushes it.
Huh.
Yeah.
driving the dump truck, and I took it to the mechanic to get whatever was wrong with it repaired, and he said it was good. It's not good. It's actually getting worse bad, and I'm just praying to God that this will make it home, because it is really bad. My feet are short, so when I got in and started driving it, I assumed it just wasn't giving much gas, because I don't drive this very often. I mean, we just bought it, and I'm short, so I thought, well, I'm just having trouble reaching the pedals. Well, it got so bad that I can't even move from a stop. So anytime I had a stop sign or a stop light, I have no power. There's nothing there, and it's just scary. It's like white knuckle driving. I'm just petrified. Luckily, Eric is behind me, because he's like, well, I'll follow behind you just to make sure everything's working okay. He brought the tow strap, and yeah. So it's pretty much a straight shot back to our house, luckily. But there are a few stop signs that we have to go through. And I hit most of them, and I think I have, 2 more stops. So, a little scary, very scary. And it's not the load. The load isn't having any impact on the truck. It's just, there's nothing there, and Eric's thinking the transmission is going. There's a high-pitched sound. You can kind of hear it. And then there's some sort of belt slipping, I think, on the front part of it. But yeah, I'm not happy, because it was supposed to be fixed, and it's not fixed, and we can't drive it. So we're getting one load today, and fortunately the kind generous people at the horse farm who were picking up all this manure offered to loan us their giant gooseneck dump trailer, but that would require getting the dually up and running, and I don't know how much the dually can haul, because she's never really had she's hauled the horse trailer. That was a little rough on her. It won't be right now, it won't be for a while, but maybe down the road, that'd be pretty cool. In the meantime, poor little Dumpy girl is having a very dumpy day. I could say something else, but there's a green light. No, I'm not gonna make the green lights. No! I don't even know what road I'm on. What road is this? Oh, okay. All right, 14 mile. Okay, so this is one of 2 stops that I'm gonna have to make. I assumed I was gonna have to make this anyway. A green light would have been amazing, but it's a short green, so it would have been cutting it really close. I've got Eric behind me still, along with a mile of cars, so wish me luck that I can get going at this next stop. Actually, we'll wait here. Oh gosh, okay, I'm shaking so bad. Okay. Here we go. It's not moving, nothing. Oh, all right. Okay, got it. Oh, it's shaking. Oh gosh. All right. Yeah, I had to get that on film so you guys could experience that. That was 1 stop left. She'll probably just collapse in the driveway, but at least we can tow her in with the tractor. Oh, poor Dumpy girl. Scared. Eric's towing me right now. I'm petrified. I am so scared. Oh my gosh. I've never done this before. I totally died. Gotta go.
Well, she made it back safe and sound in one piece. There's her dumps load. At least she's home now. Alright, so I apologize. The footage is going to be less than stellar because I'm actually using Eric's GoPro. I can't find mine at the moment. So we actually hooked up the manure spreader. We used the PTO Link. I was gonna get some footage of that, but literally Eric hooked it up in like 2 minutes before I could get out of the tractor and turn the camera on. He'd already hooked it up. So it is literally that fast. And I just keep it right now on the manure spreader. You can't see it down there, but it's on there. Because the manure spreader is such a pain to hook up. So we're gonna go ahead and connect this on the end here. So hopefully this will allow us to connect a lot faster and hopefully we won't have any issues. Previously, this literally took 5 minutes, but for this one, saved me a ton of time and headaches. So everything should be secured on there. So now what I'm going to do is just make sure this is operating correctly. We're going to engage the PTO. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go park this. Look how beautiful it is. Don't be deceived. It's gonna be a mess. Oh, wow, look at this. I just wish it wasn't so windy. The wind is just killer. Everybody say good luck, Eric, for all the cold that he has to endure right now. I think he's just gonna... I don't normally drive through my hayfield, but I think that's gonna be... there. Alright, so I know in years past, people have wondered about why we try to put manure down on our fields instead of granular fertilizer. Now we do often use granular fertilizer, especially urea, especially between cuts. That's what's been recommended to us. But I'm not sure if you guys all know, but there's a war going on over in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia. and things in China have not been very good either. And if you're a farmer, then you know how expensive especially urea is right now. And there are a lot of economic factors that actually go into why urea is so high in price right now. Mostly being that China and Russia are two of the largest producers worldwide of both of those. So for financial reasons and just to keep our farm less dependent on outside forces, we are putting manure down on our fields to keep them fertilized. A lot of people have asked about weed seeds. Honestly, if your grass is growing thick enough, weed seeds are not going to be an issue. And we really haven't had any issues with that putting manure down. Now this is composted manure, so there's not really going to be anything in it anyway. But if I had to go get other manure from other farm sources, I would still rather put that down and risk the weed seeds than to maintain dependence on chemical fertilizers. Because in these economic times that we're living in, it really pays to have your farm less dependent on those outside factors whenever possible. I mean, on a larger scale, it's very, very hard to do. But there are ways that you can get around it. There are septic waste treatment facilities that actually are looking for places where they can inject human waste into the ground as fertilizer. We have a friend who runs a septic business, and he's actually tried to talk us into doing it. Unfortunately, our farm doesn't qualify because he has to maintain a certain distance from the property boundaries. And since these fields are so small, he wouldn't be able to fertilize much at all of the field. So because of that, we're using the animal manure. And, fingers crossed that this is going to be everything that our ground needs. It's definitely organic matter, and you cannot go wrong with that. You're going to notice that I'm running these strips very far apart. I do go back through later and fill in between them, but unfortunately with all of the issues with the dump truck and taking so long with the mechanic shop, the fields thawed before we were able to get 12 loads delivered. So that meant I only had 5 loads that I was able to put down, and that was not enough for everything that I needed to do. But that's all I could get with the time that I have.
I think I'm still gonna have to top dress with some other sort of fertilizer. I don't know what exactly yet. Yeah, but that's definitely not gonna be enough to do everything.
But anyway, stay tuned, guys. We've got more exciting videos coming up. Thanks so much for watching. Love you guys so much. Take care. Bye.